Hey, Dalton, did you see The Little Mermaid?
No, I'm waiting for it to come to Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to hear how they flip that Under the Sea song.
I bet.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the StepBrothers podcast, episode 223. 224. All right. It's your host with the most, Chris Minor, a.k.a. Dino Spumoni, extra cheese and pepperoni, man, a.k.a. Talk to Me Nice, a.k.a. Young Chris Kringle, you know what I'm saying, the gift that keeps on giving, a.k.a. Young Paulie Walnuts, a.k.a. the bad boy Goodwill, you feel me, a.k.a. Wick James, he's back, full effect. Let me just, to all anybody with hair, really,
Okay.
washing your hair is fundamental, okay? I'm not talking about just get under there with the water and, scruffle it up there. I'm talking about shampoo, conditioner.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing.
Spoons, you know what I'm saying? Frosties, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that. You need to get up in there. Very fundamental. Bring your hair back to life. Didn't quite. I mean, I knew that already, but it's been a while.
It's a long process.
It's a very long process.
Yeah.
Clear your schedule, especially if you got a lot of hair. What's up, Dalton?
What's good? You know, the same old
Yeah.
daddy shit.
Yeah. Wake up at sunrise.
To see my sunrise.
To see my sunrise.
And then,
That's a fact.
You know, just living this life. My mom was just here. She just left today.
Shout out to Mama Dalton.
So,
How was your Father's Day? Second Father's Day, really, right? Technically.
yeah, technically my second, but me and Shelby kind of this year is like our
First.
like because it was more like we've already been with him, and then like he was coherent.
Yeah.
And then, we actually have parenting under our belt at
Yeah,
this point.
yeah.
So, yeah.
That put you at notch one.
Yeah, I went to my dad's house, and then he had, and then all the other grandkids were there. And then they had, the splash pad going. So, it's the first time Raiden got in any, he loves bath time, but, he got into, an actual pool.
Yeah.
So, we put him in the kiddie pool, had a little spray thing. He was fucking loving it.
Losing his mind.
Yeah, he was just, splashing around. And then we took him into the big pool with, a vest, and we were just floating around with him in there, holding him while swimming. And Shelby put him on his back, and he was backpedaling and everything.
Aww.
I was like, this boy gonna be a swimmer.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, we gonna see Olympic star already.
I don't know any black swimmers. Matter of fact, I don't know a lot of black people that like water. That's a story for another time. So as you can see, if you're watching this or listening to this, it's just me and Dalton back to the essence once again. Diamond will return soon.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But she is on the trip to New Orleans for our sister Katie's birthday. Ryan is also out there. I'm sure Jaleesa's there, Steph, you know what I'm saying. And they're in New Orleans right now.
Her birthday's tomorrow.
Her birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday, Katie.
I'll tell her at midnight.
Yeah. By the time this comes out, you will already have been...
You'll already be in your 30s.
30s, yes, ma'am. So happy early, late, after birthday. Amanda is on mommy duty tonight.
Yep.
Might have a guest pull up. Not 100% sure. He might miss the mark, might not. But
I don't think he'll make it.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. Because, nigga, I got to open tomorrow, 8 a.m. This is gonna be it's gonna be a great episode, but we're doing this with a cause. We got to aim. We got some of that. We got something to point to. I wanted to get this out of the way because the movie's been out for a little while now. So all spoilers. Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse, right? Dalton's seen it. Obviously, night one.
Yep. Chris has seen it now.
I went this past weekend with my coworkers. I was actually the fifth wheel. My coworkers brought their boyfriends, obviously, and they went out for sushi and shit prior. But I was like, I'll catch y'all at the theater. You know what I'm saying? I came right on time. I caught the last trailer they played before the movie started. But yeah, just off the rip, thoughts about the film, and then we'll get into it.
Like I said when I just gave you my initial impression, it's fucking great.
Best Spider-Man movie?
It's definitely because I still love the first one.
The first Spider.
Yeah,
verse.
Yeah, the first Miles Morales one.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to withhold that comment until the third one comes out because I think the third one's gonna go bananas.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit. Look, I went into it with already,
and since you've seen it, like now you see why I had to cut it 2 movies, right?
Oh yeah, it was too much.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was too much.
So I was like, where else could they have ended that? You know what I'm saying? That means the next one's gonna start just in the shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, I don't want to necessarily spoil it, but I will say this. The way they started the movie, where it kind of felt like it was Gwen's film, you know?
She was in it a lot.
Yeah, at the beginning, like gave her backstory, what happened to her, Peter.
It's been a year since the last film, so
yeah, her dad and all that, everything that's been going on with her. She joined the band. The band sounded good, I guess, for what we heard. My first like little note that I made to myself while watching the film was like, "Damn, they like rolling this out for her. I wonder if she finna die," because they're giving like her whole backstory or whatever. But it was dope to see, you know, how they introduced 2095, right? 2099, whatever. 4 years off. He was probably still Spider-Man. And Issa Rae.
Yeah, she was Spider-Woman.
I don't hear anything. I don't see anything else. I was like, it's a pregnant Issa Rae on a motorcycle. It was dope how they introduced her, the little, I guess, friction between Gwen and her pops because she had to be like, look, it's me. And he still was like,
get on your knees. Yeah.
Even I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah. I was like, yo, for real? This nigga really
He said you have the right to remain
his
silent.
job. She was like, Dad, what the fuck, bro?
She had to run to a different universe.
Yeah, hey. And I mean, off the rip though, it was that the film just started off like high emotion, high energy.
And this is how I knew like they took it to another level, like off like in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it gets to the shit like really quick. And it's pretty much all Gwen like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But like when that vulture came through and it was like all parchment paper, like the Da Vinci, I was like, oh no, they ODing right now.
Yeah.
Because he was literally like a paper cutout. I was like, this is like the time it took to do that.
Yeah.
And every universe had like, so Gwen's universe is like watercolor backgrounds. So every universe has like a distinct style. Miles is like the one that like
normal.
Looks more realistic for that reason because it's our main person.
Yeah.
But everybody else, like hers is all hand painted, and then this vulture is like all parchment paper, Da Vinci design.
Yeah.
And then and it's fucking crazy.
Also dope that we experienced. I mean, I know we kind of did in the last film experience Spider-Man in this particular universe that have been Spider-Man. They've been doing this shit.
Yeah.
So even how Gwen handled her big bad, vulture, because she thought it was her vulture to, you know. But it was just dope experience. She wasn't fazed by it. She was like, oh, you're not supposed to be here. And
and then you see after a year, Miles has gotten better.
Yeah. Well,
and like the neighborhood like fucks with him.
When Miles, turn me up right quick, dog. When Miles came on the screen, bro, and this shit played.
Oh yeah.
I lost my shit, bro. I was like, yo, what a better way to like bring Miles back. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Guess Who's Back by Rakim, bro. That's
New
crazy.
York,
New York, how they did that Chef's fucking kiss.
Metro Boomin did the soundtrack for this one.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was him though. I know he did like, you know, they do like.
You don't think he picked like the actual?
Fuck no.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Hell no. That was all whoever like.
The sound design person.
Yeah, like that guy. It wasn't Metro did like his album like.
No,
you know,
I got you, but
yeah. Hell, if Metro picked that song, hey, shout out my nigga Gucci.
Yeah.
Anyways, Miles, he gotten better, but like.
But no, I'm saying like the neighborhood, like
they fuck with him. Yeah.
And his dad is like working with him.
Yeah,
and he doesn't know that it's him, but he's like working with him.
Yeah. All Miles' setup was dope. Obviously, trying to figure out what school he wants to go to. His parents on his ass. Gwen comes back, wants to see him. I mean, there's a lot that happens. Obviously,
It's a lot going on.
But if we could skip forward a little bit, I kind of want to talk about the.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah,
just go through the narrative.
The Miles Morales, like the Mexican black. You know, our Miles is black Mexican. This one's Mexican black.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. As soon as homie, when Miles came to that world or universe and he hit that car, I was like, oh no, something up. And it just felt like it. Who are the guys that did this film? I know I mean, they're not like the Duffy brothers or whatever. They ain't
you
got
talking
like
about Chris McKay and them? Like, yeah, they wrote the movie. I don't think they directed it.
Okay, well, the way that the tone of the film was already kind of, it was fun for a minute because of the chase and everything, and then it got serious.
It got very serious.
Yeah, but when it got to that part, for me sitting in there, I was like, oh no, shit just got different.
That part was awesome, really, because I like how they did that. And then, like, the real reveal in this movie past that part in general was that you find out, like, that how they did the Miles in this iteration is that he's actually a complete accident. Like, he is a time variant himself. Miguel O'Hara tells him, like, you are the first mistake.
Yeah.
Like, you are basically what made this shit unravel, because, like, that spider was from a different universe, and it fell into yours, and it gave you power. So a Spider-Man from that universe never existed.
Yeah.
And that's why his Spider-Man died, because if he was never there, his Spider-Man would have stopped that collider from that initial jump. Yeah.
I ain't trying to fuck up my nails.
But he would have stopped that collider from the initial jump.
Right.
And so you find out his spider's from, like, Universe 43. That's why the number on it was that number.
Yeah.
And then that twist was that you think he's back home.
Yeah.
And he sees his mom, and his mom's like, "What's up?" And
Yeah.
he was like, "I'm Spider-Man." She's like, "Who the fuck is Spider-Man?"
Right. Is that so? Yeah.
And then so he wasn't thinking no mind, but you find out that and you see Gwen going to his house. So you find out Gwen goes to his house, but he's not there.
Right.
He ends up in the universe that the spider came from, because that's where his powers originated from.
Yeah.
And then he meets himself.
Yeah.
And
his uncle's alive, and his dad's dead.
His dad is dead, because also big reveal is that in every Spider-Man's life, someone has to die, and it's always a captain or a girlfriend.
Yeah.
From what he said.
Yeah.
So the reason that they're after him is because he tells them, you have to let your dad die, basically.
Right.
So the universe could keep going.
Yeah.
And he was like,
nah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
He's like, you think I'm just going to let my dad die after you telling me that?
Yeah.
So they basically trying to stop him from going there. And this Spider-Man 29 is vicious, dog.
Vicious.
Like, no fucks given.
Vicious. I love the film.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
But yeah, that whole thing where he is the prowler in the universe, and that's how it ends. Like, but I don't think he's necessarily going to be a bad guy, quote unquote. But no, what I'm saying is, like, he's not like, he's the prowler, so, he's working for money and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like the Spot trying to destroy a universe.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be, I definitely can't wait to see what
if you had to predict how
the next one gonna go.
Yeah, who's dying?
Oh, probably a lot of people. I mean, because you have a limited Spider-Mans for a reason,
Yeah.
So
right.
the cannon fodder and shit.
Right.
But I mean, the movie's the Spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who voiced him?
Jason Schwartzman. He was in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He was the main guy. Gideon at the end.
Oh, he's the bad guy, right?
Lassie,
okay, yeah. Great. The voice acting is phenomenal, bro.
And you know how I feel about him, but shouts to Shamik Moore.
Right?
I think this is his best role he's ever done.
Well, I'm more of a fan, but I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. He's bodying this shit.
I think it's better for him to be voice acting, because when I see him on screen, I'm like, I can't take you serious, bro.
Yeah.
Because partially though, except for Dope, they always try to cast him in like tough guy, right?
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, I don't see it.
Yeah, it's like he tries too hard. Yeah. Did you hear what he said? Jay-Z told him. You didn't hear?
No.
He said Jay-Z, Hov, by the way. He said Jay-Z told me that he only knows one other guy with that level of confidence.
Okay.
Who you think he's talking?
Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye. What do you mean? Of course it's Kanye.
Yo, that I bet. But you don't tell a nigga that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially him, because nigga, you done played in a film produced by Pharrell.
Yeah.
The Get Down. Nas is a part of that. After that, what? The Spider-Man shit.
Yeah, and he did some smaller roles in movies, and then he did
Raekwon.
He was Raekwon.
Come on, bro. And then you got Hov telling you you're like another art. Like, bro, I was like, he got the Rap Infinity Stones,
Wait,
nigga.
Hold on. But did you see that movie cover he did?
Yeah. He was like dancing or whatever. Yeah.
With the white sheets.
Yeah.
That
was wild.
shit had me rolling.
No, that was wild. Very wild. Very, very wild. But I had, like, at the end of the film, I was like, okay, our Miles is going to get through to that Miles, and that Miles is going to somehow do a switcheroo. I'm dead for everything to happen type shit. That's what I think.
They're going to be a team up between the two.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be.
Because, I did like when he was like, our daddies are hell. He's like, yo, dad.
Yeah. Don't get it fucked up, huh?
Yeah. But, he was very Hispanic.
Yeah. My name is Miles Morales.
Yeah. But, yeah, the film was just great, man.
No, it's great. Great time.
And then I like how Gwen got, like, the little squad on the side.
Nice squad, too. Hobby was dope. Which...
Daniel Kaluuya smoked that shit.
Smoked that shit.
Like, God, like, he...
Smoked that shit.
He is just a great actor, man.
Smoked
like,
that. I can't say it enough. He smoked that shit.
Shout out to his agent, because the shit that he be getting him roles for are like perfect every time.
Smoked that shit. But while we're talking about Hobby, right?
Yeah. Spider-Punk.
I came across this tweet that I sent to Dalton, and it infuriated me because I saw that a new black wrote it. Y'all know how I feel about new blacks.
Oh, this newer Divergent?
Yeah.
Okay,
So let me read the tweet, and me and Dalton go get into it. All right.
The first thing he said was "Save for the pod." That's what he said.
And then I said I hate black people sometimes. Okay, so it says hashtag across the Spider-Verse. Still got me thinking about how Hobby and Margot, that's her name,
the digital Spider Woman,
black solidarity helped Miles where Peter and Gwen's conditional allyship hindered him and had to write it up. So he wrote a think piece on why these made up black characters helped Miles, and this is how the world really is because white people are evil. Talk, you know what I'm saying?
And then, then Peter B. Parker and Gwen Stacy helped him conditionally. Yeah.
So here's my thing, right? And this is very important.
Did you read the article?
I tried, but it had every time I tried to, basically, yeah. And I was like, I'm planning to read this shit. The tweet was enough to send me off to the deep end, right?
Yeah.
So
we're writing think pieces about Spider-Man.
Not even Toby or Andrew or Tom. A cartoon, bruh. Like, what the fuck going on around this joint? So here's my thing, right? The first thing I thought about was, okay, if you understood the character of Hobby, how I think I do, he would have done that if he was Indian, if he was yellow, if he was pink,
right?
An alien, a squid, SpongeBob.
A squid.
Okay, you know why? Because his character
is fuck the system. Because he's like reminiscent like Sex Pistols and shit like that.
So if that's who he is, he could have been any color, and that character still would have been written that way, regardless. Like if Dalton played Hobby, and Miles was Miles, you would have still like, you know what, bro? That's fucked up. I'm against all things fucked up. I'm finna help you.
I'm
out.
Against the power.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't. Me personally, I don't think it has anything to do with Hobby being black. Now the digital chick, what's her name again?
I think I don't know who that is. I think,
they called her Margot.
Okay,
Margot.
I don't know. I've never seen that character.
Right.
I don't know if it's original for the movie, but I've never seen.
And by the way,
she's like a VR Spider Woman.
Right.
Yeah.
She saw Miles 2 times. when he got there.
And, yeah, and
He left.
He said, "Hi, I'm Spider-Man." She said, "Yeah, we all are."
Yeah,
and
that, and then when he was in a little
trying to escape,
and they gave each other a look. True enough,
and she was like, "I got you."
Yeah, but it's okay. Maybe they did that because of the black thing, but I'm leaning more towards like this situation is fucked up, and I'm not that fucked up. Though Gwen,
what's in the chaos? Yeah.
Though Gwen and
Peter B.
Parker, were in on what it was. They were okay with what had to be done because there was a bigger picture. So that's like I don't want to say a cop because fuck cops. I guess a soldier. It's like, yeah, I got to go over there and kill these people, right? But it's like to protect what I have back at home, because if I don't go do that, they're gonna come do it to us type shit. The ideology might be fucked up, but that's their marching orders. Like that's what's programmed into them. We got to protect home. As a soldier, you follow orders. That's just what it is. And they are soldiers of this multiversal war world thing that's happening. So I don't understand, like, and on the other side of that, I do hate when, like, white people get in the comments and be like, does everything got to be black and white? Blah, blah, blah. I do hate those people. Yes. But this one in particular, I got to agree with the whites. It's like, this ain't got nothing to do with black or white. Like, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't. I think it's like there's a group of people that saw this is fucked up, and this is a group of people who saw it wasn't fucked up. Like, period.
Yeah, because it really didn't have nothing to do with like race. It was It was really just them trying to protect all the multiverses.
Right.
Like, they don't want them to collapse.
Yeah, anybody would do that.
So, and as far as like Gwen and Peter B. Parker go, Peter B. Parker was actually trying to help more than Gwen was.
Yeah.
Gwen was on some hoe shit for a while.
Yeah.
Because she knew.
Yeah.
And then Issa Rae told her, like, you know why we can't bring him in here.
Yeah.
And she did it anyway.
Yeah.
And then when she did, she was she tried to stop him from saving that dude's
girlfriend's
the captain.
pops,
yeah. And then that's why he was like, yo, thank you. Like,
yeah.
But it also caused an incursion in his universe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was I don't know. I just don't like, some things just don't need think pieces.
Right. Yeah. A lot of things don't need think pieces.
Because not everything's that deep, bro. It's really not. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's Spider-Man, bro.
Only thing deeper than that is like, I don't know.
Because I mean, if we're gonna talk about that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think everything was represented really well. Like their culture, like he's Puerto Rican and black.
Yeah. Who's it? Oh,
Miles.
Yeah.
And they had a cookout and they had both there.
Yeah.
It was very New York.
Very New York.
Very Hispanic.
Very.
And then just like the way their family mingled, like you saw all that.
Yeah.
And then and we're talking about Spider-Punk. Look at the way they did his hair. Like they did it like really well.
Yeah.
And then even they took care of even the digital girl's hair.
Yeah. And the Indian Spider-Man. Like,
yeah, like all that.
Even how he used, his bracelets as a part of his,
Yeah, and he had the Indian toy as like the spinner.
No, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. And then his city was a mixture between Manhattan and Mumbai. It was like Manhattan or something like that.
Yeah.
And that whole design was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but I think all that stuff was
I don't think there's going to be anything from a certain point in time that I can't really pinpoint until the end of time. That's something he's not going to have a problem with. Like, as far as like pop culture goes,
there's always as I say, the can of worms has been open, right?
Oh, yeah.
Once the internet was introduced, and then we had social media.
Yeah.
The gift and the curse, right?
The gift and the curse.
Open line to just free thought, right?
Yeah.
So now, which gives people, because it's always been there.
Yeah.
But now it's just you can do it to anybody, and then people like to just sit down and overanalyze everything.
That's a fact.
And then, like, it happens all the time, and I'm like, when they're like, "Oh, this is what this person meant," and I was like, "No, they didn't." Like, I mean, you can dissect all this stuff all you want. Like the person, if they tell you what it means, then that's what it means.
Yeah.
Like when someone was. I think the best one was because Jordan Peele actually responded to it. When Get Out came out, there was a scene where the white girl, after she revealed who she really was, she was sitting down eating dry Fruit Loops and then just eating them, and then the milk was like on the side or whatever.
In a cup. And
then they were like, "Oh, he did that because it was the color separated from the whites."
Yeah.
And then Jordan Peele was like, "No, he was like, nothing's more psychotic than eating dry cereal."
And I think she was drinking the milk through a black straw.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah.
And he was like, "That's a good thought," but he was like, "That's not what it meant."
Yeah.
And I was like, "See, even the director is telling you, like,
but it's still, for sure.
Because it is like you think about it, it's like that. Oh, that is psychotic. Just sit down and eat a bowl of dry cereal.
I mean, I'll definitely
but
that,
with
though.
milk right next to you, though, like that is psychotic. Like that's the whole point. Like she was looking crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just shit like that. Like now, no knock to the person. Like I get if you feel how you feel or whatever.
I don't think he feels that way. I think it was, I got to write something about this movie, and this is what we do here at the Daily Bongo.
But
at the Daily Bongo. So I have to write a think piece.
I mean, I just don't know.
Because that's what we do at the Daily Bongo.
I don't know. There's movies you can do that for, though. I just don't think Spider-Man is the right one.
No. And even back to The Little Mermaid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, God.
Everybody was upset. They made a fucking mermaid, a fictional character that was white, that is black, doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? I can see.
Speaking of, I saw a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. A woman.
Nah, she might be a bitch. We don't know.
On the internet say this has now alienated redheaded white woman. I was like, you are out of your rabbit ass mind.
Facts.
I was like, what does that even fucking mean?
We do need to show more compassion to the redheads, though.
And secondly, the movie is still available.
Yeah.
You can watch both Little Mermaids.
Yeah.
It didn't go nowhere.
Yeah. That's the thing I don't understand about, especially all these remakes and the people that have issues with them. It's like, yo, the original's still there, my guy. Like, just because this last Matrix movie sucked does not mean I will not go back and watch
the original,
the first one. That's a fact.
I mean,
let me let's switch gears right quick.
Spider-Man's great though. Watch it.
Great.
Please,
yes, go watch it. I was listening to a podcast yesterday. All right.
Which one?
The Brilliant Idiots.
Okay.
And they had this guy on. I think his name is Big Loon, and he is a podcaster too. He's from Atlanta. Talk like he got molasses.
Yeah, he does the
drawing out. You know what I'm saying?
He's always saying mine.
Mine. But he asked a question, or actually, he told them what he felt about podcasting as far as replay value.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like, it was interesting to me because I do this, and I know other people do this, and it's funny to see like how, I guess if you don't do it, you don't think it's happening type of thing.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So he was like, I don't think people go back and listen to back catalog or whatever, and I was like, huh? I was like, I go back and listen to our shit, like especially. Like Ryan did it, like while he was out of town.
He literally listened to
all of them.
He went
and he
backwards,
would well, I guess he was hitting you too. He would hit me and be like, "Bro, episode blah blah blah. When y'all said this, like everybody started blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely go back and listen to some of our bangers. You know, the ones I know we acted a fucking fool.
The greatest hits.
You know what I'm saying? We do need to compilate some shit because I feel
compilate.
Yeah." But the one I know for sure, a huge audience goes back and listens to Joe Budden shit when it was Rory and Mal on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I was like, how does he not? regardless of how you feel about Joe, right?
Yeah.
You can't say he didn't come shake this shit to its core. Rest in peace to Combat Jack, because he was, Podfather #1. You know what I'm saying? But what Joe, Rory, and Mal were able to do, we wouldn't. We would be here, I feel like, without them, obviously. But they were a big.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when it was gonna be like, I'll name this podcast later.
Right. And then they got the deal, money started rolling in, all that. But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? How, as somebody who's in the field, right, not know, and this is deeper than podcasts. You go to music, movies, photography, filmography, whatever. Like, if you don't know who fucking Stanley Kubrick is or whatever, how can you really say? You got to study. Like, you got to know, you got to know your audience for one, and you're black, right? Well, not you, but
I get it. You're talking to the guy.
Yeah, you're black, and if you're on YouTube, which is the house for all this shit, you're gonna come up in. If I go watch Joe Budden's podcast, Billy N's gonna come up, and then Roy and Mal, and then Joe, and then Drink Champs, and then $1 Million Worth of Game. Like, all these are gonna academics podcasts, even though it's like solely on Spotify. People like chop it up, put it on YouTube, whatever. But all these people are gonna come because of the algorithm, right? So it's like, I knew that. And I'm not nowhere near,
so he just doesn't think they have replay value?
Yeah. But he I guess he was talking more specifically about academics because he doesn't care for him. And
yeah, we're agree on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't care for him either, but he does have information. Which Andrew Schultz was on the same type of time as me. He as far as everybody gets their news from Act. Or even Charlamagne was like, I get my news from Act too. And Charlamagne is a journalist adjacent because of what he does on the Breakfast Club. I mean, reporting on the news, you got to have your facts. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not doing it, you're still reporting the news. But I don't know. That shit almost sent me in a fucking cardiac arrest. So I was like, podcasts don't have replay value. Back catalog, I feel like our back catalog.
Now, I could see, this is what I would say if you're asking that specific question, is like, I would say out of all the mediums, that's probably the hardest one to have replay value.
Yeah.
Because like a movie, of course.
Right.
Like,
I'll run that back a billion times.
Albums.
Yeah.
We listen to those nonstop. So I was like, as far as like the mediums go, yeah, it's probably like the one to be like, yeah, I would have to be like a super, I would be like, I love this podcast. I'm going to listen to it again.
Right.
Because, I mean, I definitely replayed some stuff from certain ones, but I'm not doing it all the time. But
even the tweet that I went like semi-viral was an old, like, everybody's talking about. Somebody tweeted,
oh, the Joe Budden moments.
Joe, Rory, and Miles had the greatest thing ever. And people were posting their clips. And I was like, well, this was one of my, or somebody was like, the sin not like that or whatever. I was like, yo, that was hilarious. I remember I watched it, like, I still go back and watch that clip, just that clip to this day, because you could tell Bob was like, oh, I didn't really mean to say it like how it came out, but I understand. That was great. But anyways, while we're talking about replay value, a couple of albums dropped after we left the pod last week. And I just got a text.
A couple?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Don't Stop the Pod. That's what Miles said.
Better get here in time, then.
Yeah, a couple of albums dropped. So before we left here, Gunna's album dropped.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
For track 1, we done. The lights are all, the lights, camera, all that shit's off. Well, I said hurry, Mom said shut up. Me and Ryan sitting here, press play on the first song, and I was like, we both just looked at each other like, yeah.
Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, this nigga talking that talk. So did you get a chance to listen to it?
No, Chris.
Okay. Well, I figured, I didn't know if you wanted to see where he was coming from. Now, if you're
it's not has nothing to do with like the chords.
Yeah. I know.
I just don't listen to Gunna.
Right. So the album A Gift and a Curse is out. It's a short listen. It's 45 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 45 minutes 10 seconds. It's 15 songs.
It's pretty beefy, actually.
Beefy for
that's pretty beefy.
Yeah. Well, 45 minutes isn't like a hard listen though, right?
No, it's pretty beefy though. Like 15 tracks. That's quite a bit.
That'll get you from like work to home. Well, not 30 minutes. Well, now you don't. It don't take 45 minutes for you to get home. Anyways, I was listening to it throughout the week. Is Gunna's doing what Gunna does. Mm-hmm. Is obviously is more personal than his other music's been. He got a couple bops, like songs that aren't necessarily talking about him overcoming the turbulence.
So he does talk about that?
Oh yeah. Actually, Bread and Butter caused commotion. I've been following these little YouTube guys throughout the week because I like hog whatever what Jay Prince say. We don't get in the mud with hogs or some shit. I like that shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They get dirty. You know. You want to know tea or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, this is all alleged. I don't know. Y'all didn't hear it from me. All right, I heard it from some other niggas. So y'all really didn't hear it from me.
All right.
Okay, so you know how for the past few years everybody's been saying, "Oh, I wish these cities were like Atlanta because they all fuck with each other and they all look out for each other and everybody know everybody." Mm-hmm. Apparently, underneath that has been some real shit going on, like bodies dropping type shit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Allegedly, and okay, so apparently, my favorite rapper is really about that shit, like him and his squad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're talking about 21 Savage.
21 Savage and his boys in Atlanta seem to be.
Chris, his name is 21 Savage.
Well, I mean, but I didn't know. You know,
he has a knife on his forehead.
It's a knife, yeah. But apparently,
he thought this motherfucker was just chilling.
Yeah, well,
I beat that one motherfucker, boy.
Yeah. Straight up, niggas scared to fight these days. Yeah, for real. Not them niggas. Okay. Long story short, apparently, 21's crew had
Lil Baby's do kill, right?
Right. And so Gunna addressed that on the record, and
because Lil Baby just said that line.
Well, that was after the fact, but well, maybe before the fact, and we just now seen it. I don't know. All I know is for Gunna to be talking like that and all that shit, obviously he's not in Atlanta. Like, felt like that issue would have got pressed already. But that's just me. But yeah, Gunna stirred some shit up. Like, now people are like, well, if that's true, why are you cool with that person who's cool with that? It's just, a bunch of mess, really. But for some reason, it's some nigga shit, and I'm a nigga, and I'm interested. Like, I can't help that shit. But I mean, the album's solid. Like I said, it got a few bops. My favorite records out this bitch, I got two really that I'm gonna play. Like, there's a song called "Bottom." It's not like he's a bottom. It's just called "Bottom." Okay. And then "Back to the Moon" inspired too.
Back to the Moon.
Yeah. Okay. But overall it's a solid address. Like he wasn't trying to make another Push and P or anything like that. Big records. Like, he was just trying to get his shit out, let everybody know where he at, type shit. So, Gift and the Curse is out. If y'all haven't checked it out, go check it out.
And apparently, Thug's album comes out tonight.
Yeah. Business is Business. Drake is on like 2 records. Mm-hmm. Got Future on there. Travis Scott. 21 Savage. Again, interesting. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously this shit's pre-recorded. He ain't up in there like Terrence Howard. What's Terrence Howard character name on Empire? Like he ain't in there making a beat with a trash can top.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested to press play on that too. We'll see. Another album that came out, Atlanta's been killing shit. All right? Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Michael, the self-titled album. I want to say it was executive produced by No ID.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I didn't know what the fuck Run the Jewels was. I mean, I knew they were a group, but I don't think I've heard any of their music.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you'd rock with it anyway.
Probably not.
It's LP and Killer Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny enough, my coworker, Cam, white guy, like, not like you, white guy.
He likes Run the Jewels.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I really like that group, Run the Jewels, man. They're really good. And I was like, I could have pegged that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never really gave Killer Mike, outside the Outkast.
Yeah, you hear him in the features and passing.
What was that? I think it was I think he had him and T.I. had a record back in the day.
Yeah, he was on a lot of
like
he did a lot of features.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the whole world.
Yeah. I catch it be running like Randy Moss. Yeah, bang. Yeah. I was just like, oh, okay. But then, to me, his popularity as far as culturally grew because of his political stance.
Yeah, he
on social media.
He got in rooms with like actual politicians.
Yeah.
Like, and he went like major to all the way down to like city council people.
Yeah,
like he was putting in some work, and then of course people were like, "Why are you talking to these people?"
Yeah.
But he was really in them rooms trying to get some shit done, and then he had the Netflix show, and then
what was the Netflix show?
It was the one where he what was that shit called? Because he did this shit where he was trying to make soda for Crips and Bloods. I don't know if you.
Oh, I do remember the soda thing.
Yeah, but he was just basically doing some like stuff to piss people off. But I forgot what the name of that show was. It's I definitely have seen it. I just don't remember the name. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But trigger warning with Killer Mike.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know, man. Listening to the album, pressing play on it, it got me excited. It was like a breath of fresh air, if you will. And obviously raving about Andre 3000's verse, fucking phenomenal. The other standout performance on the album was Fabo from D4L.
Hell, dog, he smoked that shit.
Everybody's been talking about those two records in particular. Me, myself, personally, I like Talk That Shit or Talk Shit or...
Oh, yeah, I think it is like...
Hold on, let me make sure.
I got the trailers right. You're talking about Talking That Shit.
Talking That Shit. DJ Paul, man. I told Don on the way here, he be cooking with that little hand, bro. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Great album, though, front to back. I text my elder brother. I was like, bro, if you ain't checked out Killer Mike album, you need to check it out. I feel like you really enjoy it. And he was like, I most definitely will. Then he sends me a picture of him and Killer Mike together. So I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even know you had that in your repertoire.
Who's this?
Mook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also the OG, I had to hit him too. Like, yo, he was like, bro, I ran this shit 3 times, man. Smooth, brother, man. Smooth. Jennifer and his wife are like this. Oh, this is this nigga Miles calling. Yo. I don't know if we gonna do another hour, bro. I don't know if we can do another hour. We 44 minutes in, bro. You said what?
Y'all niggas suck.
I mean, Don got kids. Nigga gotta go to work in the morning. We might not be there here.
Let's go out somewhere and have a good time, man.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. Nope.
I really left my wallet at home. I ain't got my ID.
I still have a good time, man. Let's have a good time. It's on me, man.
Oh no, I'm saying I ain't got my ID, so I don't know where I'm gonna be able to go. Oh, okay. I forgot I'm with Miles. My bad. I forgot you run the city. Hey man, enjoy the show, bro. We gonna call you after this shit.
He talking about that boy drunk.
Yeah, he's something. But anyways, what did you think about the album?
No, it was fire, bro. Like I said like it was nice to hear like an actual like a pure hip hop album.
Yeah.
After a while, like because it's kind of just straight raps. For, like the whole time.
Good beats.
Good features.
Good features.
Yeah, definitely super solid for sure.
It's exciting to see how excited he was to talk about the album.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell he had fun doing it.
Yeah. And he was like, this is, he did an interview with Breakfast Club, and he was like, you know, people have heard me before, and I feel like the disconnect was they didn't know who I was. So I wanted to make an album about who I am or whatever the case may be. And I thought it was perfect. Like, definitely opened up the doors, any misconceptions you might have had about him or how he came up or his trials and tribulations and things of that sort. Like, just getting to know a person, you know, on a more personal level. Because I'm guessing around the time he came in, you know, like early 2000s-ish, again, he was doing features. So we didn't really get to know him. Yeah, and then that wave of music came and went, and it's like, okay, Killer Mike's kind of lingering, and then I guess he started doing the Run of Jewels thing.
Yeah, that really took his popularity. to another level.
Doing all those festivals and whatnot.
Yeah, they were definitely popular. But yeah, I mean, because it's crazy. Because I mean, he was rapping with Outkast for a long time.
Yeah. I thought he was a part of that.
Yeah, like I mean, he was kind of like they called it the second wave of Dungeon Family. He was like basically part of that shit. But yeah, he's always been around. And it just goes to show, like, there's no time limit for anything like this. I mean, just think about it. This man is, I think he's in his 40s or close.
Yeah.
And, you know, he just kind of, like, getting out big time.
One thing that I saw on Twitter, though, was, like, Killer Mike. No, Big Crit is who y'all think Killer Mike is or whatever.
That is a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that comparison, though.
It's because it's too southern.
Yeah, but that
dark skin.
But Big Crit is a whole different beast in itself.
Yeah.
Because Crit engineers his own shit.
Yeah.
Like, he from Mississippi.
I'm thinking it's more content driven and
even that.
Yeah, it's really not the same content. Only other thing is just because they're from the South.
Has to be.
And they're considered lyrical.
And their vernacular, I guess, like they both have like a very distinguishable
But
voice.
I actually was talking to my Lyft driver about it today because he pulled up playing Big Crit.
Nice. Okay.
And
good to see.
I was like, yo, you listen to that Killer Mike? And he was like, hell yeah, man. I ain't stopped playing it since. It was blah, blah, blah. And we were just going back and forth. And we were talking about the Andre 3000 verse.
Of course.
And I told him, like, yo, I saw something on Twitter that was like, you know, Big Crit, this, that. He was like, hell no, I don't know why they said that. But he went on to say, like, he brought up because Big Crit, obviously he was on his press tour, or press run, rather. And somewhere along the lines, I know it was in Breakfast Club, but he was like, oh, yeah, Andre 3000 album about to come out. He working on it, blah, blah, blah. And the Lyft driver brought that up. And I was like, yeah, I believe it when I see it. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm going to have to take 3 days by myself, just listen to it or whatever. I was like, yeah, I might have to take a week, brother.
Yeah.
But we started talking about how he was like, I hear a lot of similarities between Currency and Devin the Dude. And I was like, I never thought about it like that. And I was like, because I told him I hear a lot of Prince and Andre, and he was like, hell yeah, Prince and Jimmy, and he said somebody else. The somebody else, I was like, I don't know, but Prince and Jimmy, obviously, yeah. Andre played Jimmy in a movie, but I was like, I really hear a lot of Andre and Kendrick as well.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, and I was like, well, yeah, they need to do a record together. That would be.
that might stop some shit.
But here's the thing, and I will say, Rory was talking about Killer Mike's album and why it's so good. Is like he's saying something that's conscious, but the music is there. Like it sounds good. Like that be like lyrical, conscious rappers' problem is they pick these beats to help them tell a story, but it's not engaging. It's done with a purpose, but it's still got to be hot. And sometimes it's not hot. It doesn't translate, which I agree with. But I feel like that would be the issue with a Kendrick and 3 Stacks record. Like the lyrics and the content would be there, but I don't feel like it would be done over the production that it should be, in my opinion.
Okay. Interesting.
Because look, that was my problem with J. Cole for the longest.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, that sounds like something you would say about J. Cole more than Kendrick. Okay.
Kendrick, it's got to be, but because you can overdo it, or you can underdo it.
Here's my thought on that. Just from them two in general, because J. Cole produces, right? Mm-hmm. So like, he picks the beats. Like, I don't know how he picks beats, but he picks the beats like I guess that he knows he can rap on, or that he wants to rap on. Kendrick beats all sound like they were made for him. Yeah, like he's in there and he's like, I want a beat. Yeah, like this.
Right.
Like they're not coming in with a hard drive, and they're making because like just the way they sound, like everything, like the songs. It sounds like the song is crafted like from conception with the with like, and is writing as they go. Mm-hmm. And then J. Cole's like, he makes beats and he's like, I want this one. So,
but while we're on the subject of Cole, like I was listening to the record the other day he did with Bia. I think it's what the fuck is it called? I don't know what it's called right now, but he smokes that shit. I mean, Cole's been on an unprecedented run like this past like 2 years. Like all his guest features, he's been slaughtering shit. And while we're on J. Cole, I guess congratulations, right?
Hell yeah.
Part owner.
Huge.
Of the Charlotte Hornets, right?
Yeah, so Michael Jordan sold his majority stake in the Hornets. He bought the Charlotte Bobcats. I forgot the year. It was like 2006, 2007, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. For like, it's a lot to us, but like small change for that kind of shit. It was like 125 million, right?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing to Jordan, right?
Nothing.
That's like 1 year's salary maybe for him, from just Jordan Brand.
Yeah. For real.
And he just sold it for like 2.2 billion, I think is what it sold for.
Yeah.
And that's a small market team.
Yeah.
And get this, he fucking sucked at owning that team.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I will say what he did do good.
Yeah.
None of it was basketball related. It's all like city related. Like he made a better stadium. Mm-hmm. He gave him better practice facility. He like helped the economy there.
Yeah.
Gave it like they get all the big concerts there now because of the stadium. Like that kind of shit, he did set up for success.
Shout out to Mike.
But as far as basketball goes, absolutely fucking not. They've been in the playoffs twice since he's on the team.
Jeez Louise.
Come on now.
Yeah, I mean,
they haven't won a playoff series since the 90s. So, boom. So, but it's crazy. We're talking about J. Cole is now a minority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, and it's his city.
Yeah.
So like, that's crazy to me. Like that's talk about from like nothing to something for real.
Nah, he definitely is. he's definitely
because he is all like he was definitely the one. Like I just remember every stage of his career. Always had doubters, and it's like it always baffled me because I was like, bro, J. Cole can rap his ass off.
Yeah.
Bro. But it was always something that people kept bringing up, like this, and the third. Like
I'm one of them,
right? But he has gotten like every accolade possible.
Yeah.
And he's still not making the typical like music you would expect. Like, but his fan base is like loyal as hell. Like,
loyal.
I mean, we talk about platinum no features, right? Yeah. Like, I'm talking. Like, he sells records. Like, he actually sells records. Yeah. People listen to Jake. Like, when he drops it, like, people listen to his shit.
You have no choice. Stop listening how he's coming.
He sells out shows. I mean, he got a label now that's successful.
Yeah.
And then, bro, now he's a fucking sport owner. And, like, this is shit that, like, Drake
and he played in the...
he played basketball.
Yeah.
He's doing shit that, like, Drake level people do.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like...
I mean, there's, like here and then here, which is Drake is here, and then everybody else, and Cole is definitely like in that heap. You take out Hove and Nas.
Well, that's Jay-Z's a different story.
Like 20 years or whatever.
But like, just for him to navigate that space and like, he's just been playing the game so good.
Honestly, though, which is why like you can hate Hove, you can love Hove, but like when it comes to his pupils. Like, the people you can really tell he gave, like, true intention to.
Just look at what happened.
You got Ye, Rihanna, Cole now. Like, they're all doing smart business.
Outside of music.
Yeah. And then the music's still in touch with culture in every aspect. Even Cole having the shoe deal or whatever. Like, who's that? Is it Puma or Under Armour?
Puma, I think.
Yeah, I mean, well, because Hove's a part of Puma. So it's like, Hove is definitely, and we were talking about that on the way here, about, you know, even going back to Killer Mike's album, and he brought up Hove, and like, I sent Hove the album, and he gave me critiques and mixing ideas and things of that nature. So I feel like, I hate him or love him, Hove is just always going to be that nigga, bro. Like, he's just that guy. I don't know, man. Shout out to Hove. God,
sure. And then also shout out to J. Cole, because like literally through all this since he's never switched up.
Never.
Like ever.
Never.
Like J. Cole has always been J. Cole, and I really hope people just appreciate like him in the game in general. Yeah. Like that's fucking like huge.
He helped 21 get a Grammy, bro.
Bro,
got a lot record.
He has done so much.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it always gets kind of like underplayed, but like really, like he really is like the shit.
It gets underplayed because he's not. We don't see it as much. Like Drake, we always gonna know Drake didn't.
Right, like, but it's crazy because like, it's just like when you're going to a basketball game, and you're a Maverick fan. I'm watching Luka, LD play. Right, I'm watching him play. I'm not even looking at the other team. Right, I know they're scoring. I look up, like, it happens all the time when I watch the game and KD be playing, right? I'm watching Dirk play. I'm watching Dirk play. So I'm like, okay, I hope he win. I'm not focusing on, like, the stat. I look up at the scoreboard, I'm like, oh, fuck, Kevin Durant has 35 points.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so efficient, like, you just don't realize that all the shit he's done.
I think the best thing Cole did for himself, though, was, like, know his position.
Yeah.
Because had he would have listened to like what everybody said and like chased behind or try to keep up with Drake or chase behind him, make those big monstrous records or whatever.
His bag,
yeah, like that takes a certain type of.
Here's the difference. There's that certain type of bag. You talk about mega hits and all that shit. J. Cole knows he can keep pace rapping wise. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
That's never the issue. It's just like I'm not making the fucking diamond record, right? Like these mega smashes that are global phenomenons. Like, but that's okay. He plays the game.
Yeah.
He's Tim Duncan, bro, Mr. Efficient.
Yeah.
And he is definitely Hall of Fame no matter what we do. This man is stamped.
Yeah.
He is fucking stamped.
I agree.
This man bought a part of a basketball team. There is nothing else you could tell this man. And he bought the one from his home state.
Yeah.
Super sick, bruh. Come on now. Fuck yeah. I love that shit.
While we're finna transition, I just want to say RIP to Big Pokey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah,
it was
man.
that video circulating around. I guess that was what holiday was Monday? Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Look at there. Fuck. I was supposed to know that. Yeah, I guess he was performing and had some complications. Someone recorded the video and posted it to Twitter. I guess at the time the person who posted the video didn't know like he actually passed from that incident. But just RIP, man, Houston legend. Can't say enough about him, really. I guess to the casual fan, you wouldn't know who he was until Paul Wall put out Sitting Sideways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they even performed that on Jimmy Kimmel, but they did, and he was there.
Yeah.
And shout out to Paul Wall, because during that performance, I want to say he was wearing a Pimp C shirt. He was wearing something that represented Houston, and I just thought, like, this is 05, so it's like, yo, that was dope for you to be in there like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, Paul Wall has always represented.
That's what you're gonna be like when you get older.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for real.
Go up and wear graphic.
Well, not that part, but you know what I'm saying? Just a down ass wigger, man. What can I say, bro? You don't like wigger?
I haven't been called that since I was like 14. It's just fucking crazy.
You my wigger, man.
Has people where did that word even go? How does that shit crazy?
I'm finna bring it back.
Spring break.
I want to bring back wigger, and I always said this, but I want to bring back raising the roof, bro. I want to bring that back.
Raise the fucking
That's
roof.
Such a comic view.
Such a silly phrase.
What, raise the roof?
Yeah.
No, the roof. Yeah, you gotta we gotta get some air up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But again, rest in peace to Big Pokey, man. Again, Houston legend. This is gonna be a wonky transition, kinda. But if I really wanted to, I can make this bitch pretty. You want to make it pretty, or you want to just do it ugly? You want it ugly. Look, Zion in this Mariah Mills situation, right? We didn't really talk about it, but this is all
That's
I do.
Silly.
This is what I do want to talk about.
It's fucking
This
silly.
is what I want to talk about, Don. That's all I want to say.
Sure.
Through the mattress.
Mariah Mills?
Through the mattress. I had to go find the flicks. I'm trying to see what she's working with. It's got to be something crazy. It's there. It might be artificial. It might have grew it in a lab.
Not might be. That is 100%.
It might have grew it in some test
That
tubes.
is 100% silicone made, baby.
But yo, he got some flicks.
Bro, she was relentless for fucking days. Bro.
Yeah,
she got blocked.
Yeah,
I mean, she got banned from Twitter.
Yeah. It was much. It was a bit much.
She was like, "You will pay." For
She was like, "What was like your African sex fantasy?" or something?
She was tagging the NBA. She was like, "I will release the sex tape."
Oh shit, that might have helped Zion's career. You never know.
None of that shit was gonna hurt him, bro.
No. But shout out to his PR team though, because right when that shit started rolling out, they dropped the photos
about him and the kids.
Yeah, giving back to you, bro. That's how you get, bro. Shut up. Like this, what we on? You know what I'm saying? It's for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say, I had to take a screenshot of her tweet, some of her greatest hits.
Oh boy, she was going crazy, dog.
She said, it was an hour ago when I took the screenshot, but I don't know when I took the screenshot. She said, "You'll never bounce back, Zion Williamson. It's over for you. Your NBA career light will be dimmed once the sex tapes release. It's over for you." The only way the sex tapes would be, I mean, I don't see that. I don't know how that would do any damage. For real.
This is what I'm going to say.
She said, "You fucked up spitting in my mouth all those times." I would be like, yo.
Once she was like, the transfer didn't go through, the bank transfer didn't come through or something like that.
I guess she put some type of hex on him because she started using all these weird emojis like candle, flame, blood drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was wild, bro. She knows what she's doing on that porno couch. That's for sure. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie about that. Mariah Mills. X videos. legend.
Okay.
Speaking of the cybernetics, so I sent you that tweet the other day. Apparently, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk want to duke it out. Dana White is now involved somehow. They said they're 100% serious. Where the beef started, I don't know.
Rich people.
We are definitely in the fucking Twilight Zone. Because this
shit glitching.
This shit is getting out of pocket, bro. They said they want to fight. Elon Musk said no. Mark Zuckerberg said, or Elon was like, "Yeah, I'll fight him, whatever." Mark Zuckerberg screenshotted it, posted on his IG or whatever, dropped the location. I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you talking like that?" I asked Dalton who you think would win. You said double knockout.
Double knockout.
Hilarious. But my money's on Marky Mark. All right.
This fight gonna look like a StepBrothers fight.
It's gonna look horrible because Elon Musk look like his head is like attached to a little body, but like his body is like an exoskeleton type thing.
Yeah, he a video game character.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
very bad. It's very nasty.
Video game character.
He look like one of them things from Attack on Titan.
The Titans?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I never watched that show. I couldn't get into big naked people running around doing shit. I do that in real life, nigga.
I can't relate. This ain't shit to me.
This ain't shit to me, nigga. I don't see how y'all find this entertaining. All right, we got to address the elephant in the room.
The elephant or the dolphin or the whale?
Well, they said if 25 elephants stood on your shoulders, that's how much pressure it is.
That's correct.
Where that submarine went.
Okay, before we dive into this topic.
Okay.
Before we dive.
RIP to these five.
Let's get this away. Okay. The jokes have been flying all week.
Yeah, all week.
Okay. And they're not going to stop.
They're not going to stop.
Okay.
Subway eat fresh.
There were deaths. I don't ever celebrate someone's death.
Right.
Like, that's not what I do.
We're not laughing at the people. We're laughing at the idea.
The situation is unfortunately very funny. But
before the death. Well, yeah, before the death.
However, I know it'll be painted as like a tragedy. Like it's like, oh, this is like a freak accident.
Yeah.
Was it? Because it's to me, it's more negligence than a freak accident.
Yeah, top to bottom, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
This company's done for.
Done for, whoever they are.
If they were even real.
Yeah. This is, look, we gotta take it to our correspondent. Can I get some volume?
Who are we calling?
Nah, just give me some volume. All right, give me some volume.
You're calling Khalil?
Nah.
Okay.
I got some volume?
Yes.
Asking the right questions. Here we go. When he decides to play. Fuck. Just fuck me up, bro.
You were like not on time.
This
is unfortunate about the news submarine being lost at sea. Sending the prayers to the families. The only question I had, and no, I'm not a seologist.
He's not a seologist.
The only question I had was why
is that a real thing?
The submarine tethered, meaning having a cable attached to the rear of it all the way to the top above water, so once you lose communication,
he said, why wasn't
hit a button and it pull it.
To pull it. It stopped.
All right.
To the top. If you lose your phone, you could find your phone.
Yeah.
If you lose tracking devices everywhere, how you weren't able to track this? That's the only question.
That's my question too. Dalton seems to have the answers. Let's throw it back to Dalton.
Okay. So the first idea with the tether, they are way too deep in the ocean for any kind of tether.
Yeah.
That is so fucking far down.
Yeah.
It's so far down, the sunlight doesn't reach there. You're not having a tether make it all the way down there.
Yeah.
It ain't happening. All right. Second,
somebody drew a picture of how deep they were.
Whenever and then his point to the You can find your cell phone. Yeah. What signal is reaching from that far down, bro? Like a real submarine, like a military submarine, uses sonar communication, okay?
Yeah.
That's how they ping and stuff like that. Electronics don't work the same that deep, bruh. Because you know why? We're not supposed to be that fucking deep in the ocean, okay?
Okay, so at the time that Amanda, she took notes for the podcast, so shout out to Amanda.
Sure.
At the time she took this this note, she said Titanic sub update. The Titan, or she posted this, she didn't say this. The Titan lost near the Titanic has only 20 hours of oxygen left. This was at that point in time.
It was 96 hours total of oxygen.
This means the sub must be found within 12 hours from now, or the team of 5 will most likely suffocate during the 8-hour journey back to the surface. Let me tell y'all something. 8 hours, okay? It takes 6
to get to Jackson,
and a half hours to get to Jackson, Mississippi. Let me tell you something. Sit in the back seat with your little nieces and nephews and shit. That's an uncomfortable ride. 6 hours. You gotta stop for nuggets and shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? On this ride.
You can't stop on this ride. So let's take the stops out. You're looking at about 6, 10.
And don't forget, there's no windows.
No windows.
It's just one little viewing.
8 hours back to the surface. That means they were 8 hours away from. Think about 8 hours away from your home, wherever you may be. 8 hours, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way they could have tethered that far, bro.
These niggas is cooked.
You think they got an 8-hour tether? There's no way.
Wish, bro, like, for some reason, the middle of the week is when everything happens. It's like, shit gears up Monday, Tuesday, by Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday shit hits a fan.
Bombs, nigga, for the rest of the week. And we record on Thursdays. So we're already a couple days behind about this sub thing, or the jokes would have been flying, bro. Like it has been on Twitter all week. I did see people, some people we know, actually, I'm not going to name any names, be like, yo, why are y'all joking about death or whatever? Which is why I gave my disclaimer. I'm never joking about death. That shit's real. I have to bury people. Everybody's bury people, obviously. Well, maybe. So I'm never playing about that. Again, situation.
Right.
This would 1,000,000,000% be an episode of fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. 1,000%. The only difference is they probably would have got to Larry and them before something bad happened. But they would have been on that sub. And it would have been funny as fuck. You got to think, like Dalton said, there's no windows. Obviously, you can't open the doors. The pressure will crush you, whatever the fuck. You got to fart. You got to shit. You got to pee. It was probably fucking
no food.
It was a mess in there, all right? It was real. I bet it stank in there. You know what I'm saying? But again, the situation is so, to a common person, it's absurd. For one, who's spending that much money to go look at some shit? Leo and them already. You know what I'm saying? We seen this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Billionaire stuff, man.
And then they were saying, like, one of the people on board was the son. He was 19. He didn't want to go. He only went because his dad wanted him to go. It's like, man, panic. You know, I don't even know what you start to think at that point in time.
Yeah, what do you tell your son?
Yeah, what shit? What you can't send anything out. Nothing's coming in. The company. Let's talk about their negligence. What's the company's name?
OceanGate.
OceanGate. The owner of the company did an interview, I guess, and you know, there's people,
and he was woefully unserious the whole time.
There's people who they're looking for answers. They want answers, you know, doing their due diligence. So they go back, pull up the audio of the owner talking, and he was like, "Look, we could have hired some 50-year-old white guy who's a ex-Marine guy who could have operated this, but what he say? He used a word, and I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. He was like adventurous, or he had they had no imagination or whatever, or creativity. He said something along those lines to make it sound like you know, maybe if we would have went with the 50-year-old ex-Marine guy, he would have just dropped down, did his job, came back up. But we got a 20-something woke chick, and it's a gaming controller that controls the sub, and we thought that would be more fun and creative, and maybe that the chick would decide to take them around down there, and so they can see other shit, like just doing shit outside the mission. You know what I'm saying? Which was probably fucked them up. That's what I'm looking more. If I'm looking forward to anything out of this story, is to figure out what went wrong exactly. Was it the chick in her? Was it navigation? Was she trying to do some extra shit? Like, what went wrong? That's all I want to know. Like, I just need to know. I need to know from my sanity.
Well, they found them. They're confirmed dead. They found debris of the actual capsule.
Yeah.
So it broke open as some. They also showed a video of how they tightened the hole. They just did it with a ratchet, bro. They ratcheted it closed. So it wasn't power drilled. Yeah. It was just ratcheted closed. So like several things. This company is.
Yeah, they're fucked.
They're gonna be incinerated to hell, basically.
Fucked.
It's. I don't know. The whole thing is just. This is why I said earlier. This is shit because we doing shit we don't need to be doing. Right. Okay? Right. We don't need to be 8 hours deep into the ocean.
That's crazy.
That ain't for us.
That's crazy.
The planet is 75% water, okay?
That's crazy,
we've only explored 3% of it. We don't need to know what's there. The fish down there are literally see-through.
Yeah.
They don't get sunlight.
Yeah.
They shit down there we never even thought to think of before. We can't, not even in anime, how they think about this shit.
Right.
And you know what? I don't ever want to know. Okay? That ain't for me. When I go to the beach, I go where it goes up to my waist, and that's as far as I go.
Facts. Like when we went to Myrtle Beach a couple summers ago for the family vacation, you know, I'm not big on water because a nigga don't know how to swim. You know what I'm saying? So, again, probably not even to my waist. I was probably calf deep. You know what I'm saying? And fucking jellyfish was all washing up on shore and shit. It was cool. We saw fucking, I don't know. They said they saw some sharks out there. I don't fucking know because I wasn't out there. But niggas don't play around water. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. I know I had to talk about it at my job for some reason. Because I feel like I did. But I was like, yo, black people don't swim. This shit go back to like old days. Because all the black kids were drowning. And it was like, you know, their caretakers was like, stay away from the water. We're not getting in the water. And that was just, we were raised with that ideology. You know what I'm saying? So water was already a no-go. Most of the funny tweets that I saw, there were some bangers. Don't get me wrong. There were some bangers. But the black people responding to white people saying, like, why are y'all laughing at this or whatever? What if it was your people or whatever the case may be? All the black responses are like, bro, ain't no nigga getting on no sub going. They're not. That's just like law. Universal law. You're not doing that shit, bro.
Especially for 250 bands.
You not doing $250,000, bro?
There is nothing on this planet that I would spend $250,000 off the rip on.
Nah.
I know houses cost more than that. I'm saying I wouldn't even buy them motherfuckers cash, okay? There is nothing. I'm dropping 250 bands on off the rip out of my pocket?
Yeah. Nah.
No.
Nah. That sound like green eggs and ham, brother.
I barely like spending $10 for lunch. I am not doing it.
I do be searching for the deals too. Moving right along though. Again, rest in peace to those people. Condolences to the family.
Crazy.
Again, it is an unfortunate situation, to say the least. But this month is men's mental health awareness, or whatever the case may be. So how you doing? How you feeling? Everything good?
Yeah, I mean,
with you?
yeah, I mean, family keeps me grounded, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just, I pretty much do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Keeps me, I mean, and then, yeah, it's really hard to be like sad around Raiden though.
Yeah.
Because like
For sure.
he just naturally funny. Like he don't even have to do nothing. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing?
And
he's starting to throw shit now.
Oh,
Boy,
man.
god damn it.
Is
Shelby popped him today.
did he look at her confused?
He was like,
Yeah. Because his first pop, you gotta be
no,
like,
it's not his first pop.
Oh, no?
His first pop, she popped him. He cried.
Oh yeah.
It was such a slow reaction. It was like she like, stop that, and he was like, he like looked around. And he was like, I was like, oh, this boy.
Aw.
Here come the waterworks.
It's funny his name is Raiden though, because he will recharge you, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that was lame, y'all, but that's my guy. I can say that shit.
Nah,
but he
man.
really do. Like me going over there and watching him that Thursday, turning up with him, like I needed that. Like I
Yeah.
needed that innocence. Like I needed that.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. I was like, fuck it. I don't know what's going on. We just in here. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed that.
Yeah, but this is why I was saying like I'm saying like it's hard to be like sad or because I have been blessed with my first child being actually like affectionate and sweet child, like really legitimately my son is like a sweet kid. Like you never know what you gonna get. Right. My son is really a sweet kid. He does like now he hugs now, like he gives kisses freely now, like that boy like wants to be next to you now, like it's not where he's just aloof doing whatever, like he literally like it's to the point now like if I put him in the if I try to put him in a playroom but he sees me walk away, he's like, where the hell you going?
Yeah.
Like, and then when I pick up for daycare, he like runs to me now, like it's shit like that. Like, how can I keep having a bad day when he does that? Like he's like purely happy that I'm picking him up from daycare.
I miss you, bro.
And he literally like hugs me, like it's crazy. Like and he does this thing now when he like pats my back when I hold him. I'm like, he just does random shit like that. And then he's like talking now, like most of his gibberish, but he is saying words now. Like he says ball, hi, yay, wow. And then his newest thing he's done is when he grabs a book, he will sit in your lap. Like he'll grab the book, come around, and then just sit in your lap, and then hand the book to you. Like, read this shit to me, bro.
Right now.
Yeah. So. It's crazy. Like, I mean, yeah.
I can't wait for that, bro. I cannot wait.
This is what I know. I know. With him being the first child, me getting all this, that means the second one's gonna be a fucking hell.
Oh yeah.
Balls to the wall.
Well, maybe. Who knows?
No, I'm not. You got to expect the worst.
Yeah.
Hope for the best. But I'm expecting especially if it's a girl, this girl gonna be bananas. She gonna be in there crying. Like Ray doesn't really cry like that, and when he does, he cries for like 30 seconds. My son doesn't whine like that much. But yeah, I know she's gonna be like, "Where the fuck you go? I'm a princess."
Yeah.
Especially with Shelby being the mother. So
facts.
Oh yeah.
Facts. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I really didn't even think about it being our month, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I was at work on Wednesday, and I got in there. So I really just sat and realized, like, I work with all women.
Oh, okay.
I was like, fuck. Because as soon as I got in there, hey, Chris, we need you to blah, blah, blah. I was like, can I clock in? Can I put my 1 gallon jug of water down? Like, fuck, let me
take a breath.
You know, I just got here.
Not even in the system.
Not even in the system. They don't even know I'm here. I did get there like 30 minutes early though, but I was like, fuck, man. And that day, I was like, I wasn't really doing much. Like, I was covering because we were only one of our donation attendants were there. It's usually supposed to be two, but we're down one person. We actually just hired somebody, so all that'll be worked out. But I'm covering their breaks and lunches, and I'm still trying to learn how to if we got those chips in, they come in, I got to scan them in, and it was shit that I was supposed to be learning that day. I didn't get a chance to do because I had to cover or whatever. And I was like, fuck, like, I know I'm the manager. I know I have like, the power to do these things around the store or whatever. But like me having to, literally, I have to be back there because if somebody pulls up, they got furniture or whatever, like I have to be back there. But I can't be in the office learning how to send the fucking bill off that, we paid $130 for 80 bags of chips or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. It was, I don't know if that got to me or whatever, but my boss was like, Chris, like I could see something's bothering you. Like, what's up? Let's talk. We sat in the office, we talked, and I was just like, bro, like we gotta do, because I'm the youngest manager there, and I'm the only man there. So it's like a lot of duties get put on to me. I like that shit though. I only like it though because like I could, just to prove like I could do this. You know what I'm saying? But that particular day, I guess, I don't know, maybe I woke up on the wrong side of bed or...
Nah, sometimes it's just like...
I ate something I shouldn't have ate the night before because I didn't eat at all that day. But I just noticed I started getting like crazy chest pain, headache. I was like... if y'all don't know already, I do have high blood pressure. That was a gift to me from birth. You know what I'm saying? Just being black. I got diagnosed with that when I was in 8th grade, first semester. And I was actually going to get a physical so I could start playing football. And they were like, yo, you got high blood pressure? And I was like, no, nigga, the fuck? No, I did not know that. And you got to think, 8th grade, you black too? It's different because, I have to be outside. I'm riding bikes. I'm climbing trees. Like, I'm very active. You know what I'm saying? And then, again, I'm playing fucking football. I'm, like, active. And I wasn't out of shape or anything like that. So I was like, oh, this is just genetics, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, it's something I've been dealing with. It's not serious enough for them to put me on medication. But the first time they actually did put me on medication for it was when I got COVID a couple months back. They were like, yo, you got high blood pressure, put you on these pills. They only gave me one prescription, though, for the shit. That's why I got to find a actual...
primary care.
Primary care. Very important for black people, man. Like, I know niggas, I know. But we got to do that shit. I told somebody on the phone the other day, like, I told Armani, I was like, black men have to stop putting shit off. Like, that's our number one detriment. Like, we put shit off because, it's just another day for us. But that shit catches up. High blood pressure is a silent killer. The other day could have been my last day. But
my favorite saying is do the work now so you don't have to do it later.
Do the work now so you don't have to pay for it later. You feel me?
That's true, yeah.
So, long story short, I ended up finishing my day. Everything was smooth. Got home. Both of my parents are on blood pressure medicine, so I just took one of their pills, and I started feeling better. So today, Thursday, I was talking to Dalton on the phone. I was supposed to go get my hair cut at 12. I'm no longer seeing that barber because he fucked me again.
You broke up with your barber?
I broke up with him. Fucking loser. Well, I should have left him a long time ago, but, you just keep going back.
Sometimes it's just too good.
They know what they learned you already.
Yeah.
And you got a routine.
You're comfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't have to settle, Chris.
Yeah, I don't have to settle. You know what? Today I didn't. So I text the guru, the Mr. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was like, look, bro,
Apron.
I know it's short notice, but I really need a haircut. He's like, oh no, man, I got you. Come on through, man. What time? I told him like at 12:30, bro. I said, you know what? Since I'm short notice, Last time I was there, he offered the special treatment. It's like I clean your face, the towel, the steam. I said I'll pay for the package today. You know what I'm saying? And I paid for the package, and I felt good. And I was like, you know what? Why stop there? So I went and got myself a manicure, pedicure. They asked me what I wanted to drink. Told them give me a little red wine. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. Did the hot stone massage on my calf and bottom of my feet. All that shit. I was like, yo, y'all earned this little 15% tip right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that. I felt good about doing that because I don't do it for myself often, like manicure, pedicure, the facial, the haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Felt good.
It felt good. And I spent money on something that like wasn't like drugs or clothes or anything. So I was like, yo, that felt good. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. I feel rejuvenated. So I mean, if men out there, just find a day, time, take out for yourself, do something for yourself, man. Reset, recalibrate.
Self-care days are important, man.
Very important, bro. Very. I went to Wingstop. You know what I'm saying? Usually I would have just DoorDashed it to the crib, but I was like, let me sit in this motherfucker. Let me get the essence. Back when Troy Aikman owned that shit or was a sponsor or whatever. Ever since Rick Ross took over Troy, I have not seen Troy Aikman in a Wingstop. It's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, man. It's very important. Very important. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that was that. I didn't mean to get all that, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh wow, somebody. Okay. All right.
You want to end on the Flash?
No. Oh.
You sure?
Listen on hold on, let me see what I want to end on. Cause I got notes. I got like 3 different pages of notes. But I'm just trying to find we pretty much touched on everything in my notes. I started writing about Ja Morant.
What about the 25-game suspension? That's
Yeah.
what I was calling you.
It's Miles. Yo.
Hey.
Yeah.
Must be on the way.
On the way where?
Where you at?
I'm still at the pod. We finna rap. I'm still at the pod. We finna rap.
Man, we down the street, man.
Who is we?
Me and this birthday girl, Jasmine.
I don't know who that is, but happy birthday. But where are y'all at?
But happy
Don't do
birthday.
that, motherfucker.
I don't.
Look, we coming, nigga.
Bro, we are about to leave, bruh.
I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on, nigga. Y'all niggas never been done without me.
I mean,
This is crazy.
nigga, I knew who I was before I got here.
Nigga, I'm gonna call y'all on something.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know.
Might be Magic Johnson, this bitch.
I ain't gonna be there.
Uh,
I don't want to end on the Flash because go ahead. I saw you on Lucky talking about it. Go ahead.
what were you about to say about John Morant?
Oh, the 25-game suspension.
Oh, that's what you wanted to talk about?
Well, I wrote it in my notes, and I was
Yeah.
like actually going into his statement. He apologized for who he hurt, and he wants to be
Even
a
his
better
PR
role
team
model.
statement.
Yeah.
He didn't write that shit.
Nah, I was like conflicted about the whole Ja thing, only because all I really cared about was the mishandling of the gun, not necessarily that he has one. Obviously, I'm not big on guns.
Right. I mean, I know they rich, right?
Yeah,
Probably need a gun.
yeah, probably
But
need a gun.
like I said, I'm just saying how he, if you do it once, right, it's a big thing. If, like, I made a mistake, but then you do it again. The saying goes, actions speak louder than words. You can say whatever you want.
Facts.
But I'm just saying, but you're putting yourself in situations to continue to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, I know that's your best friend. I know that's your best friend. But if he really has your best interest in mind, he would be like, don't bring that shit out.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, don't even bring it in the car. We're here with you, right?
Yeah.
because his friend is the one that got banned from the Pacers arena because he got into it on the court side and then he put a laser scope on somebody outside. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like you gotta, and unfortunately, when you have that kind of status, you're young, black, and you're a star basketball player. You gotta know like the status that comes with that, right? You gotta know like, they are waiting for you to fuck up.
Yeah,
bruh. Kyrie Irving lost his Nike deal because he posted a book.
Video.
Either way, he just posted a link to something, and it became a shitstorm. So John Morant didn't lose his Nike deal. He just got a 25-game suspension.
Yeah,
and I think they did a list of like the biggest suspensions ever. It's like 7th on the list because the biggest was the mouse and the palace shit.
Yeah, but it was also a non-violent. That's the most for a non-violent offense.
Yeah. The biggest problem was it was a repeat offense is what it was.
My thing is though, who did it? I get, but see, that's the thing. Like,
yeah, because Gilbert Arenas actually threatened his teammate with a gun in the locker room.
I feel like it's one of those things like you're working for an organization.
Yep.
You represent that organization on and off the court, I guess. But like he didn't hurt anybody, which is why it's
he didn't hurt nobody.
Why, some people feel like 25 was light. Some people feel like it's justified. Some people feels like that's too much. I'm on the side of
look. He didn't lose endorsements or his Nike deal, them 25 games or whatever. I'm just going to say that. There's 82 games in a season.
Yeah.
If the team win 13 games by that point, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay?
And they just got Marcus Smart. Let's see what he adds to the...
Yeah, some good veteran leadership. Tough. He's actually played in actual games that matter.
Yeah.
Not getting bounced from the first round every year.
Yeah.
So... and I'm sure they'll get somebody else too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, is it a lot? Yeah. I mean, he's gonna lose all those game checks, but in the grand scheme of things, he didn't get dropped by nobody. He will be okay.
He'll be just.
But that's also enough time. He has a whole off season to think about it.
Yeah.
And then keep low. Get to just work, man. Just work on your craft, man. Like. I get it. He's young. He's gonna make mistakes. It's the point of being young.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you're young and you instantly get rich overnight. It's just,
it's gonna happen.
It's the gift and the curse. Okay. And we know he's not like that.
For real.
But when you hang around these people, like, and then you start, you feel it. But he'll be okay.
He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. He's a phenomenal basketball player. That ain't gonna stop no time soon. I just hope he just, look, you could be a goon all you want. Just do it smarter. That's all I'm saying. You could do whatever. Keep your peace on you, but just if you know, so tell your homies to stop recording you in the car. Then
that'll also.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Save you a lot of trouble.
Because you could do this without the camera on all day.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying.
Yeah.
But,
he's just young and dumb,
yeah,
bro.
just be smarter, man. Like, and just be like, you didn't lose your Nike deal? All right. Because he getting that shoe money. So, that'll definitely hold him over for them 25 games.
I've never seen a pair of Johns, though.
I don't think they've actually... I think they sold out the first release. The Wave sold out.
Oh, that's why it didn't get dropped.
But either way, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think 25 is actually that severe. It's not like a whole season like Ron Artest. That boy was out a whole season.
He was out so long. He came back with a new name.
Yeah, Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace.
And then, like I said, Gilbert Arenas, literally, him and his teammate both got suspended, but he literally pulled a gun on him in the locker room. Like, no shame. Just like, I'm here, motherfucker. He had a gun in his locker, bruh. Ready to go. Gilbert Arenas has always been a wild boy.
Yeah,
though.
he's still wild. For sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. But they won't win no championship. But that's a whole separate matter. Basketball's been crazy. Chris Paul's now a Warrior. That's just going bananas. The Wizards have a fire sale. The Celtics just got Kristaps Porzingis. The draft is happening right now. Of course, Victor Wembanyama went to Spurs. Unfortunately, now Pop got another one. He gets always the best foreign players.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna end this shit on The Flash.
Okay.
I saw it last night with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got around to it. I was in no rush.
Did she like it or?
This is what my mom said. She's like, she did the. Okay, I liked it.
Yeah.
She did that one of those.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So when I bought the tickets, they were the only 2 tickets that were sold at the time. Like when I went to buy them, the whole thing was available. Like I was the first people to buy tickets to that movie.
That's bad.
The theater was more full when I got there, obviously. People, but here, Chris,
I'm listening.
This movie, like as far as crowd goes, fucking dead quiet. I have never heard a movie this quiet before. Like I'm talking about no laughs. I'm talking about when Michael Keaton pops up, there's not like woo silence. Like everybody's just sitting there like
yeah.
And I was like, okay. Because I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Like just that quiet, like not even like a ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It was just dead silent, okay?
Yeah.
Did I like this movie? No.
Okay.
I did not like this movie. There was a lot of things wrong with this movie. Was there fun in it? Yes, there was fun in the movie. I mean, of course, it's a comic movie. There's going to be fun and action and stuff like that. After seeing the movie, it is validated what I said before. I was like, this movie is literally pointless. It literally leads to nowhere. This is just like a little period point for the Zack Snyder DC universe. That's all it is. And they had to release it because they spent so much money on it. This movie, Chris, this movie was announced in 2014. It's been almost fucking 10 years in the making. This movie has gone through 5 directors. Okay? It has been stopped and started 5 times. And we finally got it. The budget of this movie is $200 million. And then that's not including marketing and other things. The movie had, over the 4-day weekend, made $61 million. Okay? Fuck. And then globally, it has made less than Black Adam. Okay, so here, it is better than Black Adam and Wonder Woman 2. Okay? I will say that.
That's good.
And then I'm going to say what I did like about the movie.
Okay, that's all right. Let's do that.
The first 15 minutes.
Get morbid.
The first 15 minutes were pretty solid.
Excuse me.
The suit, I do like the suit. Mm-hmm. Okay, he had like electric piping through his suit. The boots were cool. I still don't like the actor playing him. I thought that was always a weird choice. Mm-hmm. He's still very annoying. His run is still dumb. I don't know why he runs like that. The little floppy arm, I don't know what that's for. Mm-hmm. It's never explained. Ben Affleck, he's only in the beginning. He killed that shit. Okay. So the whole Batman part was dope. Okay. So basically the beginning of the movie is that Batman calls. Well, it's Alfred calls him. He's like, Barry, we need your help at Gotham City. He was like, of course y'all do. So he runs over to Gotham City. And basically, you find out when the Justice League does something, they use Barry as cleanup because he's fast or whatever. And he's like, it seems like I'm just the Justice League janitor. Right. And then Batman like chases the guy, and he's doing like Batman shit. It's dope. And then here's the part where the visual effects start to show up. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Did you see what the director said?
Yeah, that's fucking a lie. Yeah. I don't give a. You can't tell me that's intentional. Okay.
Because we said the same thing about Jordan Peele at the top of the podcast. If the director says This is what this is.
No, but this is in response to them saying that the visual effects suck. You saying like, oh, they're meant to be that way. Yeah, okay.
Don't call a spade a spade.
Okay, but because the thing is like, I would rather to see the lightning move through like while he's running and like, oh shit, he got to Gotham City fast or whatever. But instead, what they do is they do the shit from the TV show where they're like in front of him and he's like running.
Yeah.
But at least in the TV show, they got this motherfucker running.
Yeah.
How they do it in the movie, this motherfucker is just floating. Like he's running this, but he's like going really fast. So he just looks like he's floating with blurring. I was like, this is the worst effect for speed I've ever seen in my life. And it just looks like shit. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then when he gets to the building, he has to save this building collapses and all these babies fly out the window.
Oh. And
so, of course, the babies aren't real. They're animated, but they look terrible. They look like little goblins or whatever while he's saving them. But all that is like, that part is still solid, right? Like,
yeah.
The movie just really falls apart. One, there really is no villain in this movie. Like, honestly, Zod's in it for like fucking 4 minutes. And then like the Dark Flash shit is like at the very end. Like there's really no villain. There really isn't a lot of Flash shit in this movie. Like you get the beginning, he goes back in time. And then he doesn't really use his powers like for almost an hour.
Was Michael Keaton good?
Yes, it's Michael Keaton.
How was Supergirl woman?
Supergirl's great, but she's in it a cumulative total of like 12 minutes. She doesn't. I was like, where is this chick at? Yeah. And they finally get to it, and then she flies off, and then she comes back, and then they go to the final battle. But the movie, I could tell they cut shit out because of they were like, this shit's ending. There's no point for all this shit. Because the point was, Michael Keaton was supposed to end up in that universe, and he's like, why are we here? Him and Supergirl. Yeah. And then it was supposed to, and then Ben Affleck was supposed to pop up and be like, you got me stuck in some universe. You got to help me, or whatever.
So there was no after credit?
There was, but it was just him and Aquaman being drunk.
Flashing.
Yeah. And he was telling him like the stuff. He was like, yo, Batman was all these different people and shit. Like, yeah. And then he was like, what about me? And he was like, you were the same in every universe. He's like, you were always just you. Yeah. And he was like, oh, cool. And then he falls into a puddle. That's it.
Interesting.
But the whole it's just the whole time you're just like, I was just like, what is this? Like, what? I just don't know. There's no point to this movie. And then like the Michael Keaton shit, he's just like in it for like just like to be like the Michael Keaton Batman's in it. And of course he's badass and shit. Like I like Michael Keaton. I like that Batman or whatever. But like, I'm just like, what is the point? Like, and then Ezra Miller is not good in this movie. Like and then don't even get me fucking started on his younger self. I don't know why they did it this way, but he gets pushed out of the Speed Force by Dark Flash when he's trying to, because he saves his mom or whatever, and then he's trying to go back to his time period, but then Dark Flash pops up and pushes him out the Speed Force.
Dark Flash is Ezra as well?
Yes, that's the twist at the end. But he gets pushed out of Speed Force and he ends up 10 years in the past, coinciding to right before he got his powers, and then when Zod invades Earth, it all happens because it's been 10 years since Man of Steel came out. That's the.
Why do you think they decided to go with a Dark Flash and not reverse?
You were asking the wrong person because I don't fucking know, because they don't even explain how his mom died. He's just upstairs and his dad's, and then he hears the mom scream and he comes down there. She has a knife in her. She's like, ah, like there was no lightning, nothing. She was just dying. And I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, speaking of Flash, I mean, while we're on it, the TV show Flash, it was last
ended,
season. Grant Gustin. What?
Grant Gustin.
Where I get Grant Gurst? That's a white name too. Let's just go with Grant Gurst.
Okay. It's not his name, but
It started off really solid. The show,
Yeah.
really solid. What do you think was that show's issue? Fatigue.
It's just you have 22 episodes.
Yeah.
So you end up having to do Monster of the Week type shit.
Yeah.
Instead of just like following, like, because I think the real problem like with those shows are just the length. Like when your first 2 seasons, you have a lot to work with because it's the beginning.
Yeah.
But then you get like, all right,
Yeah.
they're all an hour or two. Like that's 22. That's a lot. That's a day. It's 22 hours a season.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of shit. And then 9 seasons of that, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Fatigue.
So, yeah, I always think 12 is such a good number for this
solid.
like that. But yeah, I mean Arrow started all this shit. And then
Batman.
Flash was definitely like Flash had good moments for sure, but I definitely got burnt out just trying to keep up with that shit.
They could have ended it with season 3. Is that 3? When he's the bad guy?
Oh, Salvatore? Yeah, that's 3.
They could have ended it.
Like speaking of Grant Gustin, there's no cameo of him in the movie at all, which is fucking bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
it's over.
It's over. This solidified that this shit is just done for. He won't be back.
No.
He will not be back. But the last thing I just want to say, the younger version of himself, I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, they were saying he was like OD dumb.
Yeah, he was fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, he literally was like, "Oh, bruh, I came to my mom's house to do laundry, bruh." Like he was. I was like, "What? When did he talk like this?
Yeah.
Ever?" And he was like, "Oh, we get powers, bro. That's crazy, bruh." The whole movie. Annoying. So not only do I get one Ezra Miller, I get 2 of them motherfuckers.
I thought it was 3 at first, but it was the chick when they first started showing the trailer. Look, the trailers sold me. That first trailer, they were in the Batcave and the car and all that. I was like,
yeah, you only see the car once.
Oh, well, the trailers made that shit look phenomenal. I was like, yo, but I mean, y'all took the air out of the shit. I don't want to go see it now.
I didn't say the air of it. The filmmaker did.
Ooh.
Or no, I'm sorry, Warner Brothers did. I'm not gonna blame it on the director.
There's so much. That's another conversation for another.
Yeah, my last thought I'm just gonna have is I just wish DC was with a different company. That's all I really wish.
Who do you wish they were with?
Not Warner Brothers.
Showtime.
It could be anybody.
Cartoon
honestly.
Network.
That might be fire. But that is HBO though.
HBO's hit or miss.
But
mostly hits though.
But I just don't. The problem with Warner Brothers is they like too much creative control.
Yeah.
They don't let it like the people have their own. Like it could, literally any Lionsgate could have done DC movies. All their movies are dark.
Yeah.
John Wick, they all do. Like they got action down. Like let Lionsgate take care of that shit. Yeah. Anybody really? That's what I'm saying. Like, but it is what it is.
Let 50 Cent do it.
Yeah, we're not going that far.
It'd be a part of the Power universe. Man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Batman taking down fucking
drug dealers.
Because he would have fucking people beating Batman, regular drug dealers.
Nah, not Fifth, man.
Fifth
would have definitely
either
made himself Green Lantern.
We'll see what happens with James Gunn shit.
Speaking of Fifth, they're doing another Expendables movie, and he's in it.
Yeah, I saw. Who cares about Expendables?
Your dad gives a fuck. And so that means I give a fuck. I'm definitely going to see Expendables, nigga.
All right.
I'm trying to see
retirement home heroes.
Megan Fox, bro.
And Jason Statham date.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got. I'll tell you more about it in the car.
Yeah. Transport. I came up with an Eminem rap while I was walking.
Oh God.
Earlier to leave stop. It was pretty good. I think I can do that shit.
Subliminal criminal.
Yeah. Transporter. I got a transport. Recorder, camcorder. I was going off while I was walking.
In your head,
earlier.
yeah. All right.
I can rap like Eminem, nigga.
Well, it's about that time, Chris.
It is about that time. We about to head on out next week. We do have a special guest.
Yeah, we have an author.
Do you know their name?
Yes, hold on.
Oh, no, he doesn't know their name.
Not that. I just got it scheduled.
Yeah. It's a he?
No, it's a she.
Oh, it's a she.
Hold on. Darn, what happened? Oh, here she is. Her name is Kazina, and the book she wrote is called "I Said What I Said Today."
Oh yeah,
and it's a it is no, because it has a long title. I Said What I Said, an anthology of Black women in nonprofit. So, it has really good reviews. It's like a fully published book. So
nice.
She'll be Adam.
Shout out to Adam. He's been giving he siphons good reviews through the StepBrothers podcast.
He definitely introduced us. So she'll be here next week. I know Diamond and Amanda read books quite frequently, so it'd be cool to just kind of have that.
I will be off camera. I will be producing that episode. I'll be sitting.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun conversation. Definitely different, which is good.
We need different. Shake up.
So she'll be here next week, same time, same place.
Same black time, same black place.
Right on.
We'll see y'all later, man. We out. Right? Don't take off his headphones before he even press the button, nigga. He ready.